welcome back. Justin Dez here, and today is going to be a different episode. I'm going to reveal the team that I'm going to be using in EA College Football 25. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a story before I reveal the team. One of my very first series on the channel was the Hobart Statesman Team Builder Dynasty and NCAA 14. I had a lot of fun. I probably would have done it a lot longer than it was, but my PS3 was getting old and it was slowly just dying. So I figured I would end it, and it didn't have the proper ending that it deserved, but still, it was an ending. We had Papa Rod, the head coach, former offensive line coach, turned head coach, turned this little rinky-dink Division III school in Western New York to a Division I powerhouse where they landed five-star recruits and sent many players to the league, to the NFL draft, and won 2 national championships, and also brought home produced 2 Heisman Trophy winners as well. But I kind of want to give homage to this series before EA College Football this year, and let you know that some of these guys that were players in NCAA 14 will become coaches in 2025. So when thinking of a team, I did not want to go the Power 5 direction. I thought it would have been too easy to make a weak team in the Power 5 good, because you could recruit better in a better conference. So I figured we could go with a G5. Group of 5 conference, not one of the big boys, but could still make our way. And there was a lot of solid options. But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I've never been out there. I'm an East Coast guy. Farthest I've been is Indiana. But really out west, those teams really stuck with me. And the conference, the Mountain West Conference, is what really, really drew my attention. And this team hasn't been terrible. They've made it to a bowl game, and they just won the conference 3-4 years ago when the game's gonna release. But I don't know, maybe it's because the colors. I know they're not the craziest colors in the world, but they're just clean colors. And honestly, for probably year and a half, maybe almost 2 years, I've been sitting on this team. And they also just have a beautiful stadium. But the EA College Football team that we're going to be rocking in our dynasty is the Utah State Aggies. And I'll show you in a clip that Utah State, they're good, but they're not great compared to the other teams in the state of Utah. But BYU was established in 1922. Their all-time record is pretty good. Won national championship in 1984. They've had 23 conference titles, the last one in the Mountain West, because they've been independent for a long, long time. They do have a Heisman Trophy winner. They've had 14 consensus All-Americans, and some notable alumni. Andy Reid, former Eagles and current Chiefs head coach. Steve Young, Hall of Fame NFL quarterback for you old heads, and for the younger generation, obviously Zach Wilson. But then also there is Taysom Hill as well. And then you have the Utah Utes, who did win a national title in 2008, but it was unclaimed, kind of like UCF did in, I believe, 2017 or one of those years. They have a winning bowl game record as well. 26 conference titles, including one in the Pac-12 in 2021. And for notable, they have a rivalry, Battle of the Brothers versus Utah State. They are clearly dominating that series over Utah State. Some notable alum, Eric Weddle. I grew up watching, being a very, very good safety. Alex Smith, former #1 overall pick and comeback player of the year, also went to Utah. Steve Smith, Hall of Fame Panthers and Ravens wide receiver as well. And then Brian Johnson, who was the former Eagles OC, but he was also on the cover of one of the NCAA games as well. And then we got Utah State, who 6-9 in bowl games, have won 3 conference titles, most recently in 2021 in the Mountain West. They have been ranked in the AP poll 4 times, 13 weeks total. They've been ranked in the college football rankings 2 weeks, 0 times. They've had 3 consensus All-Americans, all-purpose back in 2021. Some notable alum, obviously Jordan Love, the Packers quarterback for you guys. Bobby Wagner, Seahawks and Rams linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the mid-2010s. And then for me personally, and grew up watching these guys, and you may know Chris Cooley, former Washington Commanders tight end, and Kevin Curtis. Me as an Eagles fan, I remember Kevin Curtis, so I figured why not throw him up there as well. But in terms, if I could count it in a meme or a picture of what Utah College is like, this is what it is. BYU and Utah have been dominant, not just in the state of Utah, but compared to all of the teams at the Division I level in Utah. They have been the top 2 dogs, and then Utah State has just been kind of there. But hopefully in this series, we're going to turn it around and make them just as ferocious.
So that's why I picked Utah State, because you have BYU, Utah, who's had some success and have kind of dominated in terms of the eyes of Utah. Because besides the Jazz, they don't have a professional team. So really, they look for football for those 3 teams, and Utah State's kind of the laughing stock. And with our series, we're going to turn that around, and they're going to become the big boys of the state. And not only that, we have the potential to have the Mountain West become the new Pac-12, 10, whatever, the new Pac conference, with everyone leaving except Washington State and Oregon State. Or they become part of the Mountain West. Who knows? But let me know down in the comments what you think of this team. I'm very excited. And stay tuned, because coming pretty soon, we're going to have the 2 options. 2 guys to become the head coach, the head man of this series. Until next time, you guys have a good video, good day. Peace.